So this makes the end of the entire program that I have comprised together. So as I had already stated, this is the very first step wherein this 1, 2, 3 is converted to 123, and in this second process we'll convert this one, we'll add 1 to this number, so which makes it as 124, and then we are going to split this 124 to form 1, 2, 4. By using this loop we'll get 124 as 4, 2, 1. Okay, and this is stored in vector B. This is vector A. So now in this vector B we have 4, 2, 1. Now we are using the property of reverse from vectors to convert this 4, 2, 1 to 1, 2, 4. So this marks the end of this session, adding 1 to a number. But this is not the optimized version at all, right? As you can basically see, of course, yes, we are actually traversing the entire thing. Just give it a thought, okay? Had they why should they actually split this as 1, 2, 3 and give it to you? Can't they actually give it as 123 itself? The point is that this is for a 3-digit number, it is totally fine, okay? But if it's going to be for a number larger than 123, it can also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something more, okay, like again 1, 2, something like this. So this is nothing but this comprises of 123, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So this is actually a very huge number that an integer can't hold, okay? So in that case, what am I actually supposed to do? So in such a case, you're supposed to optimize it, okay? So that is when you will have to give it a thought. Rather than actually converting it into an integer and then adding 1 to it, they could have, this is not a simple question as it looks, okay? They have given this question for you to make things easier for yourself. If you're going to convert it into an integer and add 1 to it, that is not at all an optimized version, as if it's going to be this huge number, okay, more than this, if it's going to be 9 everywhere, then it can't be stored in as an integer format, right? 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. I have numerous 9s in my array of numbers that they have actually given. We know that an integer can hold only up till some particular values. Okay, fine, you can tell, okay, instead of int, I'm going to use long int or long int, whatever. No matter what, when the input is too huge, no, then integer, or let it be long int, or let it be long int also, nothing is going to work out, okay? So we have to think of a simpler solution to do the same question, okay? So now I'm going to teach you a simpler question and a simpler solution to this question. Fine. Can you think of something? Instead of converting it into a number, what can I possibly do? Is that, okay, suppose they have given me let's go with 1, okay, let's not 1, 2, 4, 5, okay. What should I actually do here? When they give us 2, 4, 5, I'm supposed to add 1 and convert it into 2, 4, 6. So basically if you see, I'm only making changes to the last number, right? So when the last number, case 1 is that when the last number is lesser than 9, I can simply add 1 to it and I can break, right? I need not convert it into an integer as we had done here. I need not convert it into an integer and all. If it's 2, 4, 5, I can just check the lastmost digit, and if it's going to be lesser than 9, I can simply add 1 to it and I can break. This is what I'm telling you. Okay, what is the second case? What if it is going to be 2, 4, 9 plus 1? In that case, what will happen is that 9 plus 1, it is going to become 0 here, and then you have a carryover option. So this is the second case that can possibly happen. Okay, so if it is equal to 9, I can convert, okay, whatever this, if this array of I value is equal to 9, okay, then what can I do is that I can make this array of I as 0. That is, I'm telling you, it's going to be 299, okay, 1299 plus 1. So what can I actually do is that wherever I have the option of 9, I'll convert 9 plus 1, 0. I have a carryover option. Again, this is 9. So I'll again convert it into 0. right? Again you have a carry of 1 and this is going to become 300, right? So wherever I have 9, I'm going to convert that a of I value as 0. That is for 2, 9, 9, it is going to become 3, 0, 0, right? This is what I'm telling you. So if it is equal to 9, this is the second case. If it's equal to 9, I convert it to 0. If it's equal to 9, again convert it to 0. And if it's lesser than 9, 2 is less than 9, yes, I add 1 to it and I break. Okay, so far so good. But you also have a third case. What if it's going to be something like 999? So if it's going to be 999, you add 1, what will happen? You get 1000, right? So the number of digits, if you notice, it is getting incremented by 1, right? So under that case, what can I do? If a of I is 9 and I is 0, which means this is 0, 1, 2, right? 9, 9, 9. So if the first most digit, the most significant bit is also 9, then what can I do? I will convert that bit a of I as 0, and I am also supposed to insert a dot insert of a dot begin, 1. So what does this do is that for 9, 9, 9, right? What I'm telling you is that if a of I is 9, I'm going to traverse from the last, okay? From the last I'm traversing. I'm checking the last most bit. If it's 9, I convert it to 0. Okay. Again I check. It's 9. So I convert it to 0. Again I'm checking. It's 9 and I is 0. Okay. So as I is 0, what will happen? I'm going to add a of I as 0 and then I'm going to insert at the beginning of the array a value of 1. So you land with the answer of 1000, right? So let's see how right now we understood everything, okay? So we are going to check from the last of the array. So whatever be my array, I'm going to traverse from the last. Earlier we had actually traversed from the beginning, right? We actually traversed from 0th index, that is from here we moved on till the end of the array. But right now we have just given a few changes to our question and we are going to move from the last most bit. Okay, so starting from 3, I'm going to move towards 1 and we have only 3 cases in hand. So if all these 3 cases are basically done, then the question is actually done. Okay, so yeah, what I had told you is that we will be traversing from the last. So how do you traverse from the last? Print some I is equal to a dot size. A dot size is going to tell me the entire size of the array. So if it's going to be 1, 2, 3, the size of the array is what? 3. So I'll start from I is equal to 3 and I is greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. So I'm going to start from here and move on in this matter up till this most significant bit, right? So now, what is the first case? If the a of I that I am traversing which is less than 9, I can simply add 1 and I can break, right? So if a of I is equal to if it's going to be lesser than 9, then what can I do is that I can add a of I is equal to a of I plus 1 and I can simply break. Okay. So what is the second case? Else if a of I is equal to 9, what can I do? If a of I is equal to 9, what is the second case? I can simply make this a of I as 0. And simply make a of I as 0. Else, what is else if a of I is 9 and I is 0, right? A of I is 9 and I is also 0. What should I do? I'll have to make a of I as 0 and a dot insert of a dot begin, 1, right? So we have done all these 3 cases. So this leaves you with the answer. We have traversed everything. So at the last I can basically return a. So this is the most optimized version of our question. Okay, so this makes it more optimized because you just check for 3 if cases. Okay, if this is possible, if this is possible, or this is possible. We are not even traversing. At some cases there's no possibility for there's no need for you to traverse everything. Okay, in case of smaller inputs it's totally fine, but if you're going to have more than a few numbers, like if you're going to have more than 10 digits, no, things are going to become very difficult when you try to comprise it into a particular number and then proceed with the problem. So under those cases, right now we have made it more optimized because we have simply used 3 if statements and we have run only one for loop. Okay, whereas in previous question we used one for loop for finding 123, for converting 1 comma 2 comma 3 as 123, and then we added the number, and then again whatever number we got, we again ran a for loop to convert it as 1 comma 2 comma 4. So all of these things makes the time complexity even more worse, whereas in this case time complexity will be reduced by manifold. Okay, so that's it. See you in the next session. Bye.